Mogi. Hi, honey. Oh, friends, if you could say a prayer for a kitty cat who died today. His name was Merlin, and he belonged to Thomas. He's a friend of ours on YouTube. And Merlin was older. If I recall, I think he was 13 years old. I'm sorry, Thomas, if I'm incorrect. I get a lot of emails from all kinds of people sharing their joys and their sorrows. Merlin was having problems with some food, and he couldn't seem to hold anything down. So Thomas took him to the vet, and the vet had suggested that the food, it was some kind of a food that had gel in it, you know the type, was affecting him. So he switched over to something else, whatever the vet had recommended, and that helped. That was a while ago. That was in August. But something happened, and Merlin passed away today. So I'm very sad about that. I'm always sad when I hear that someone's dear friend has left them, and I know the grief that you're going through, Thomas. I mean, I've gone through it, and every time it's so darn hard. And it never gets any easier. Especially when you have beautiful, beautiful animals who love you so much. And they just don't have control over it. It's their time, and then they go, and we stay and we suffer thinking about them. I just wanted to mention, you asked if there was anything that I could do to help. Well, I hope this little video will help. Folks, if you can, please send condolences to Thomas. He's having a really rough time. And Thomas, if you want to write and just describe for us again some nice things about Merlin and what he looked like, so that we can visualize him in our prayers, and we will keep him in our prayers and keep you in our prayers as well. I don't know if you're close to a health food store. But if you are, I've often worked with homeopathics, and there is a homeopathic called Ignatia Aymara. This is the information. Get a potency of either 200 CH or 200X, just depends on the company. Good to get your nose out of there. Okay, 4 pellets is needed, and it's for grief and loss, and it works really well. When my animals have died and when my mom died, whenever I just felt like I was losing it, and you lose it in the stupidest places. I was in the vegetable section of the grocery store, and I just about started bawling. Actually, I did start crying. That was when I lost my mother very suddenly. I tend to be a little bit better with my animals just because I don't go out. I just isolate myself. But you know, Thomas, if you're going to school, of course you don't want that. So if you pick up this remedy here, it's very inexpensive. It's about $6-7 for a bottle, and just pour it into the cap. About 4. It doesn't matter if you take 3 or 5 or whatever, and just put them under your tongue. And it's remarkable, and you can take it fairly often, every 5 or 10 minutes if you need to, when things are really acute. Don't take it if you don't need it. It's not a preventative, but it really, really helps. By the way, folks, it also, believe it or not, helps with animals that get really, really upset when you leave the house, and it's the same thing. They go through separation anxiety and grief. You know, oh my gosh, my mommy's gone, my daddy's gone, and I'm not going to be able to see them ever again. You know, that's the way animals, that's the way dogs seem to think. Some of them. Gosh, Dara was like that. He would he would cry. It was awful. Oh, somebody is here. Someone's just driving up. Okay. It's my tenant come home. Okay, Thomas, my best wishes to you. I hope this makes you feel better. Okay, Gritty? We're in.